That one might be the winner as far as this group of people. Hello there, maggots. Happy Maggot Monday. Hope you're doing awesome today. We're doing a very random video this week. This was actually sent to me a long time ago. Shout out to Melvin. As far as the new album goes, it's just not even, I don't even think about it. Like, I know there are people like, oh my god, is she ever going to do the new album? Like, I tried, it got blocked, and then I just didn't even, it was just like, it's just not on my radar at all. We're gonna do, what is Slipknot's greatest song? You should know what my answer to this question is. Snuff. By a mile. By a 5K. That song to me is just perfection. However, I almost see it as another band because it's so tame, and also because I had heard it before really getting into their music. So to me, it's almost just like a Corey Taylor solo project kind of a thing. That's my favorite song of theirs, but is that their greatest song? Yeah. So I'm going to see what these guys think, and you can let me know your answer to this question below. What is Slipknot's greatest song? Tell me below. And we'll just see if we can reach any kind of consensus here. I'm going to assume that probably not, because everyone just has their own opinion. I just think it's really hard, because they've been around so long and they have so many songs. It would be really hard to pick from all the tracks. Unless you're me, it was pretty easy. So, done. Here we go.
In your guys' opinion, what's the best Slipknot song?
Dude.
I can't.
If we're talking greatest Slipknot song,
You can't ask me that. You can't ask me that. You can't ask me that.
I always like, I know it's a single, but Duality.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a good shout.
It's just like one of those, when they have that like, the like thing in the middle.
Keg.
The keg.
The keg. It's all about the keg.
Maybe Spit It Out, old school one. I'm a big fan of the first record, so.
I don't know. I'd have to spend longer to think of the best one. I think the one that like showcases the band and all the different elements that I personally really enjoy about Slipknot. If I don't want to go back to the beginning, I'd go more like towards the back half of their career. I have to say like Psychosocial. I feel like if I was to explain Slipknot to someone and show them the band, that's the one that I would showcase to show all the elements of what makes the band so special, but then also something that I think they would want to listen to again and not be like intimidated by and be intrigued by. I'd go Psychosocial.
Wait and Bleed was the one for me, but
I missed Wait.
It's hard because Psychosocial just has that breakdown.
we want to start a cover band and just, we want to cover that song for sure. I don't know, dude. People Equal Shit is still, I think, one of the heaviest songs I've ever heard in my life.
I like how it's just chaos.
Yeah, nuts. People Equal Shit. It's
Spit It
so
Out.
sick. Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was one of the like
I will say,
first songs I heard by
Wait
them.
and Bleed was a pinnacle. Like that was the first Slipknot song I heard, and I was like, what is this, dude? And I think I listened to that on repeat for like a week just because it was so sick. The last chorus where it's like singing and screaming, and it's just breakdown at the end, like masterpiece. So that's mine. Wait and Bleed. You can't pick the same one.
No, I'm singing with People Equal Shit.
Yeah.
Still to this day, it's one of the heaviest songs I've ever heard.
Agreed.
Oh,
There's an ad in the middle of this. I really like how the one person, I don't know who any of these people are, but the one person really gave it some thought and picked one that had all the elements, because I think my selection, Snuff, is a horrible representation of what Slipknot is. In that way, it's a terrible pick. So if I'm thinking of it as like, what would be a good representation of their sound, I would have to go something like Duality, probably. I think a later one, or a newer one, Not Long for This World, is also a really good one, I think. And Heretic Anthem. I'm just thinking of my favorite ones now, but as far as like really showcasing all the elements, like she said, Psychosocial, I would go with Duality, I think, for that.
Man, it's so hard when it's like your favorite band. Damn.
Oh, not fair.
Custer.
Custer.
Really?
Custer.
And they played it when we last saw them at some festival in Europe, and it made me incredibly happy.
The most fun one for Slipknot is Before I Forget, because it's the most classic rock Slipknot song. I think that's fair.
I think that's fair.
Eyeless.
Eyeless.
What's all the ones? Well,
Spit
we
it
are,
out.
Not Your Kind. Like that whole We Are Not Your Kind album was great. I really enjoyed that record. For me, that was.
They're
I know
cheating.
it was
You
super
can't
polished.
pick more than
The lyrics were
one.
clear. Yeah, Spit It Out's pretty good.
Spit it out. Spit it out, but on the deluxe edition of that album, they have like a remixed version, and it's basically like 2 BPM faster, and the snare is higher in the mix, and I like that. Like I want to remix all of our songs and just like make the snare a little bit higher and make it like 2 BPM faster.
I think, personally, I love
I
No
thought
Life.
that's who that was.
That just really explains them in entirety. Just the vocals, the drums, the guitars, the pure rawness. That's the best Slipknot song all time. Or Gematria, whatever you want to say. That just shows their talent.
Dude, I'm such drawing the blank because I'm such a huge fan. But mine is Disaster Piece. That's top tier for me. You know what? I'm gonna say Diluted.
Diluted is fire.
Yeah.
I think The Blister exists. That's a cool one for me, at least.
I love how there's such a range. Like there's
can't
so
pass
many
that.
different
It's a
titles.
pass for me. All of them are fucking great, especially the
very
earlier
interesting.
ones, like Self-Titled and Iowa album. All of them songs is great. Even the intros are fucking good. So yeah. Surfacing. Yes, surfacing, of course. Sick. I mean, everything is sick. So yeah.
Sick is sick.
Yeah, sick is sick. There we have it. Sick is sick.
Again, I know first time you hear a band, you know, the first album you hear from a band, that's what you fall in love with usually. So any song from the first 2 albums to me. But I still think to this day they sound really good, and we played with them quite recently at Notfest in Germany, and I got to see them, and they sounded awesome. So you know, it's a fantastic band.
To me, again, I think personally the heaviest record of all time is Iowa. I don't think it'll ever be touched. It's hard to imagine, like, because being heavy as fuck and catchy is very hard. I try to do all the time, it's damn near impossible. So when I heard Iowa, works on this the song Hereticanta. Drop A, double bass, Joey's just fucking, it's just, and Corey comes in and I was like, to me that's like the best Slipknot song. And that's like a song that, probably the most played song of mine, most played, because I mean, I'll practice to that song. Like, like I'll practice, there's something about the riffs, it's like hard, but still, I could get in like into a mood. So that song, man, shout out Slipknot. Love you guys.
You know, it's unfair. We veto the question on Slipknot.
I'm gonna go for Custer.
She's going for Custer, I'm out. It's too much, depends on the day. We're very big Slipknot fans.
Yeah.
Consistently trying to crack the code of how they write. One day we'll get to meet them maybe. I don't know. Might have to kill them because I love them.
It's actually really difficult because some days it's eyeless, some days it's people equal shit. Right now it's actually, The Devil in I. And the Chapel Town Rag or Rag, I don't remember the new one, but I've been listening to it back and forth a lot. So that's for me. Chapel Town Rag, I think, yeah. For me, it's people equal shit.
Heretic Anthem.
Oh. He knows what's up.
Or People Equal Shit. Those are my 2 favorite.
I don't know. That's hard. You
Two
can't ask me
good
that.
ones.
You can't ask me that. You can't ask me that.
Not the best Slipknot song by any means, but like for me, just because I got so used to that song, I have such an interesting morning routine. I'm up early as fuck. Like I'm not the traditional metal artist that sleeps until 2 p.m. I'm up at like 7 a.m. I'm meditating for like 20 minutes. And then it's funny because I'll meditate and just be completely fucking normal. First song I play is Sick from Slipknot. That's how I start my day. Sometimes I'll change the song, but I need it to just be fucking let's get up and cause violence type shit.
Nice.
That's how I get my day
Very
rolling.
nice.
Cool. Meditation, then violence.
Meditation, then violence. Yeah, it's perfect.
My favorite Slipknot song is Custer because it's just
that's Corey's place,
such
isn't it?
a fun
For sure.
fucking song. It just hits hard. Everybody just jumps to it. To me, it's just the one that I just rage the most to.
Greatest Slipknot song. Wow. Man, the first thing that jumps out into my head. I had one, but I'm gonna go with another one. I'm gonna say the national anthem, Surface Scene, I think is the greatest Slipknot song. But I would also say People Equal Shit because people equal shit.
I would probably do Disaster Piece
That's one of my favorite songs. It's just fucking amazing on drums and very, very energetic.
I just love Iowa, so that's my favorite. Everybody loves self-titled, I do too, but Iowa's my favorite, so I honestly, people equal shit. It's just a banger.
I would go with Sick, because it's just
Suck. Okay.
All right, I'm not surprised that no one picked Snuff. But I am surprised that Custer was mentioned at all, let alone by more than one person. There's nothing against that song. It's a really fun song, but yeah, that one I was not expecting. People Equal Shiitake Mushrooms was mentioned quite a bit. That one might be the winner as far as this group of people. Most of their answers are in the first two albums. Hardly anyone's going past. Let me know if you can decide. I think you could have two answers to this question, like what I was getting at before. You can have your favorite Slipknot song, and then have the one that would be considered the greatest as far as what this band is all about. And they might be the same song, but for me, they're definitely not. If you think of it that way, maybe it's easier to pick two. Sorry, not a song or a Slipknot video per se. Maggots, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Maggot Monday and your week, and I will see you for the next one.